welcome you all to this session. We would like to thank Asia Pacific Research Integrity Network Meeting 2023 organizers and the team who is working hard to make this meeting successful. Today, we will discuss about academic and research integrity in Nepal. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the land where we are living now. We join you today virtually from Calgary, Canada, which is situated on the traditional territories of the people of Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Eastern Nakoda. The city of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. My name is Bibek Dahal. I am a first-year PhD student at Werklund School of Education at University of Calgary. I'm also a student representative member of the Conjoint Faculty Research Ethics Board at University of Calgary. My research portfolio includes both academic integrity and research integrity. Before beginning my PhD, I worked as a community leader with Path to Integrity team from Nepal. Nepal is my home country, which geopolitically belongs to South Asia.
Hi everyone, Sarah Elaine Eaton here. I'm an associate professor in the Werklund School of Education at the University of Calgary. My research program focuses on academic ethics broadly. I'm also an elected member of the Committee on Publication Ethics, the COPE Council, and it's great to be here today with all of you. And some of you may be familiar with the Handbook of Academic Integrity published by Springer. The first edition was edited by Tracy Bretagne. I have the privilege of being the editor-in-chief of the second edition, which is currently in production. This book is scheduled for release later this year, and today Bibek is going to talk about his chapter in the handbook, which provides new insights into academic and research integrity in Nepal and also sets the stage for the policy analysis that we have underway.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to contribute to the handbook. In my chapter, I explore breaches of academic and research integrity, including the evidences and examples from 1950s to 2020s. I speak to questions such as what are the trends relating to academic and research misconduct in Nepal, and what policy directives action have been taken in Nepal to address those misconduct. And finally, how are we developing people's understanding and competency relating to academic and research integrity in Nepal? Let's begin with a bit of general background. Nepal is located in between two big economic powers, India and China. Nepal has never been colonized by any foreign power in history. We have our own rich sociocultural and educational practices. There is no evidence about exactly when the Gumba, Bihar, Gurukul education system began in Nepal. It goes back centuries. But before the formal education system, moral and occupational education were taught in Gumba, Bihar, Gurukul for Nepali children. The first school, Darbar High School for formal education, was established in 1854 in Nepal. More than 60 years later, a higher education institute, Trichandra College, affiliated by University of Kolkata, India, was established in 1918. For the first time, Tribhuvan University was established in 1959, which is now the largest university in Nepal. As of 2020, Tribhuvan University has more than 1,100 campuses all over Nepal. For a long time in our history, public access to education detected by the autocratic Rana regime and the oligarchy panchayat system, where all democratic institutions were strictly banned. With the onset of 1990s liberal democracy and 2015 federalism are two milestones for educational development in Nepal, which helped to make education more accessible to Nepali people. Now we have 13 universities and 3 additional universities are under development. Nepal has instituted a multi-university governance system. We have both federal and provincial level universities now. To oversee overall quality and competency of Nepali higher education, we have a federal level University Grant Commission, which also called UGC Nepal. This body is responsible for the development and implementation of educational policies, guidelines for research, innovation, and academic activities.
Okay, for our literature review on this slide, we're going to follow the order of the points as indicated by the graphic on the slide, starting with the red book on the bottom. So for policy research and education, we're drawing from Jenny Ozga's work. Ozga positions policy analysis as policy advocacy, which positions policy research within a social justice framing. Moving on to the blue book in the graphic, we move to policy research for evidence. We turn to Wiseman et al., who advocate for evidence-informed policymaking and using evidence to determine what works, what needs to change, and how to ensure that equity and inclusion are part of the process. Moving on to the green book, we attend to previous policy research on academic integrity analysis, drawing from works from Australia and Canada, countries where extensive work on integrity policy has been conducted in terms of analysis.
Well, in context of Nepal, while writing chapter Academic Integrity in Nepal, I found the research integrity relevant policy practice was started before 1960 in Nepal. A study in 2022 found the policy documents relevant to research ethics and integrity have less focused on competency development. Recent year, the researchers raised significant questions regarding the educational policy development process in Nepal. The less priority on evidence-based educational policy development, which is not substantial as expected to practice academic and research integrity in Nepal. So, number of threats to integrity are in place. Well, exam cheating, plagiarism, contract cheating, fake degrees, and fraudulent credentials are frequently highlighted threats to integrity in Nepali education system. Exam cheating is evident in school and higher education in Nepal. Parents, government official, educational institutions are involved, and the use of technology has become a complex issue. We have some unexpected incidences regarding exam cheating in Nepal, which is, I have presented details in my chapter Academic Integrity in Nepal. The number of plagiarism cases poses a threat to integrity in higher education. The involvement of professor, high-level profile individuals in plagiarism is evident. It is also evident that the professors plagiarize to get the promotion. Contract cheating is a new topic in Nepal. An investigative report of 2016 entitled Thesis on Sale showed that research committee members, supervisors, salespeople were involved in contract cheating. In addition, ghostwriting, assignment help, and exam impersonation are evident across Nepal. Recently, a newspaper and national television covered evidence of fake degrees and fraudulent credentials in Nepal. A few Indian and international universities have agent office in Kathmandu, Nepal. They are promoting the sale of PhD degree patchments, in other words, fake degrees. As such, in our policy analysis, which is currently underway, we seek to understand how policy can help to curb misconduct and promote integrity and ethics across higher education, especially in Nepal.
Okay, so here we show the methods for our analysis, and conducting a literature review is the first step. We focus on the topics we previously mentioned, and based on the gaps in the literature, we formulated our research question. Next, we designed our study. We're replicating the methods of previous studies, specifically those conducted by Tracy Bretagne and colleagues in Australia, and me and my colleagues in Canada. Our multi-stage analysis consists of collecting and cataloging policy documents, and we then apply inclusion and exclusion criteria and perform our content analysis. We're not yet at the place where we have reached conclusions, as this policy analysis is still underway. We can move to the next slide. And we draw from the 5 core elements of exemplary academic integrity policy as established by Tracy Bretagne et al. More than a decade ago. These 5 elements are access, approach, responsibility, details, and support. As our project is currently underway, we don't have results ready to share at this moment, but we look forward to sharing these at a future meeting.
This concludes our presentation today. We invite you questions you may have. Our reference and slides are available upon request. Thank you.